They called me blank before I had a name. A ghost in white beneath laboratory lights. Hair like winter, skin without color. Another flaw they nearly sterilized. The others marched in perfect order, strong and flawless by design, while I learned to hide from sunlight and live on borrowed time. Then eyes that emerged from shadow, Agent 4 stood by the glass. This one survives, bring her with us. And suddenly I wasn't scratched. Now I drift between the stars, a rifle balanced on my knee. White noise in the endless dark, signals fading through the void. Built to kill from half a world away, still trying to protect what's worth saving. Hammerfall carries us onward. New me lapping through the wire, and somewhere underneath the training, there's still a soul beneath the fire. Every target has a history, every city has a name, but distance makes it easier to separate the guilt from beneath my aim. The drones float silent through the skyline, cold mechanical eyes above, and I wonder if the people underneath would call this peace or fear disguised as order. Sometimes I sit alone with headphones on, playing ancient songs from long ago. Freddie Mercury still singing through the static and the glow. Crochet thread between my fingers, sniper rifle stowed nearby. Strange sort of life they built for me. Hey, half assassin, half alive. The Imperium gave me purpose, but purpose isn't always right. And the longer I spend in silence, the more I question who decides. White noise drifting through the black orders, whisper through the wire. But I choose which ghosts I carry now and which ones vanish in the crosshairs. Hammerfall keeps moving onward to lost souls beyond command, still guarding worlds that never knew the blood beneath our hands. I still believe in protecting people. I'm just no longer certain who I protect them for.
Greetings, YouTube. This is Brandon Hill here with Terrence Craig, and together we are the creators of Wild Space Saga, the epic sci-fi action-adventure series you didn't know you needed. And this is Wild Space Wildcast, quickly to tell you exactly why you need it, and as we've been around for a hot minute in relative silence on DeviantArt, what you've been missing. But before we begin, let's take a moment to subscribe and hit that beautiful notification bell so that you won't miss a single bit of news, events, and live streams from our channel. Whether you catch us live or are watching after the fact, we want you to join us on the Northwest Passage. And finally, if we piqued your interest, links to our books available in paperback and ebook, as well as everywhere else you can find us on the social medias, are available down in the doobly-doo. All right. And welcome once again, one and all, to the Wild Space Wildcast. Thank you all for joining. And just a reminder, is that our newest book, Twisted Faith, is now available. It was released last week, and we had some technical difficulties. Stop that. So we had some technical.
How long you can actually keep it together while I do it? That's why we do that.
Dude, really? Dude, this is for our book.
I know, but I like derailing you. It's fun.
Dude, please don't Bruce Almighty me while I'm trying to have books. All right.
It's more the Dr. Evil thing.
Anyway, so as I was saying, our newest book, Twisted Faith, is now available in hardcover, paperback, and an ebook. You can get it where books are sold online. And we still have our other two books available now. Those are available in ebook if you want to get the updated versions of them. Between the Devil and the Dark, that's book one, and of course, excuse me, so went down the wrong throat. Wrath and Redemption, which is book two. Now, so once again, thank you for joining us, guys. Let me see, we got some action in the private chat. That was you and me.
Yeah, okay. I wrote a theme tune and you didn't use it. I'm insulted.
Well, I went through my emails and got the most recent song that I think that I hadn't yet checked out, and that's the one I pulled up. And besides, I like to use a different song each and every time. Let me see the last. You can,
but you play the theme tune first, then you play the different song.
Well,
professionalism, Brandon, professionalism.
Yeah, that's not kind of how I work with that. You give me a new song, I want to share it with everybody, and that's one good way to do it is on our
yes, which is all very well, so fine. Just theme tune first, then new song. Honestly.
So a little bit of updates for everybody. Those of y'all who are keeping up with us on our DeviantArt page, which is where we post the lion's share of our stuff. Though Terry and I have been hard at work doing stuff for our X account. Well, for X account and Instagram, I tend to manage the X account. Terry does the Instagram stuff. Terry loves to post a lot of cool music for Wild Space Saga, and also the thematic images that we make playing around with ChatGPT. We don't want to hear any smack about AI art. We just use it for fun and just showing off stuff. We're not trying to pass it off as our own. Oh wow, we had one person on. The second I started talking about AI, they're gone. I wonder if it was because of that.
No, anyway. That's a StreamYard thing. It sometimes loses people. We tend to have our one loyal viewer.
And to that one loyal viewer, if we kind of got an idea of who we might be, we give you our heartfelt thanks. if it is that one loyal viewer, and really actually
we love to entertain our viewers.
We give our heartfelt thanks to.
Yeah.
But so
our massive audience of one.
Yeah. Well, we do get others watching it after the fact.
I know. I like to have humor about these things.
Yeah. Though I do talk to people about our stuff, and the problem is that we tend to do our podcast, our live stream at a time where some people may just not be available, and that's okay. Like I said,
the trouble is with overseas stuff is obviously I have a different opportunities to get on than you. Because of the time difference, at the end of the day, it's 6 hours difference. So I can't always get on in the middle of the night to waffle away because I don't live alone. So I have others to consider.
Is that a dig against me?
No. What I mean is because I don't live alone. There's other people in the house. Well, I can't be on at like 1 o'clock in the morning waffling away.
I technically don't live alone either. My uncle lives with me, but he's deaf and he's incredibly quiet. So and he often just stays in his own room, and so I can keep that door closed. And he normally won't bother me unless he has something terribly important to tell me. But when I have that door closed, that usually means don't bother me. But anyway, So
most people just put a sock on the door, Brandon. That tends to tell them.
that means something totally different.
I know it does.
And it would be something very
Well, like if the vans are rocking, don't come a knocking, you know.
Anyway, so yeah, Terry manages Instagram. I manage our X account. We do a lot of cool stuff. Terry does a lot of really amazing music that he's whipped up using Suno, which is quite an amazing program, I do have to say. And he's really talented when it comes to writing up songs. Whereas I do a lot of whereas I share, some of our artwork, as well as I do like process work, and also just news flashes. I think that people will tend to pay attention to the better on X rather than just going to our DeviantArt account, because DeviantArt is good for posting artwork, but it does have a function for posting announcements. But it's kind of iffy on how many people actually look at that. I mean, even I'm kind of guilty of that when I'm going back through all the backlog of stuff that the people that we follow. I'll maybe give a cursory look at the first image, but not every single one of them, because it's just so much, and we'll just wipe it out. And then you get to the announcements and updates and journals, and unless it's from somebody who I'm really interested in, I usually don't particularly follow those folks.
We're learning this thing as we go and sharing this journey live with all of you. So you get to see us cavemen working out how to use social media in real time. Yeah. It happened to me is this sort of black rectangular object appeared on my desk one day, and followed by the "Thus spoke Zarathustra," and I wondered what on earth was that all about.
And we started hitting each other with bones, and then realized we can work together.
Just like,
yeah.
So just woken up, but
like some cosmic force awakened our intelligence. Oh man. But speaking of DeviantArt, I do want to also announce that we posted a new page for the little side comic we've been working on. If you've been following us on DeviantArt, you know about it. It's called New Recruits. It's a side story that tells of one of the space pirates named Arshosha, and how she recruits two characters named Jason and Tyria on board her ship, the Laughing Cat. The Laughing Cat is like
Shatshuka. Yeah.
What?
Shatshuka. I think it's Moroccan.
Oh, Arshosha. Anyway, I got that from Star Trek.
What? Shatshuka?
Arshosha.
No, I had it for the first time last week.
No, Arshosha. I have a book. It's called Worlds of the Federation, and they have, like, in the back of the book, they have a listing of all the different planets they talk about. They have like a map of the planet and a description of their native species, that they have one, and then like an overview of the planet.
So you looked for the planet of the furries and went, "That's the one." Yeah.
No, actually, that was the Actually, that was the planet of the Melkot. The ambassador that was listed in the back of the book was named Arshosha. I actually just like the name. So, but yeah, the floating heads, the Melkot. Did you ever watch the original series? Well, of course, we watched the original series. That was
I know. It's just remembering things is.
Well, anyway,
it's been a while.
It wasn't in the TV show. It was just listed in the book. The book isn't technically canon, but anyway,
I know the one.
Yeah, I mean, in the book they talk about Alpha Centauri having a native population, and then in the actual Star Trek canon, Alpha Centauri is just a Federation colony. Anyway, so and keep on derailing me. Anyway, so as I was saying, the comic is basically about how Arshosha recruits Tyria and Jason onto her crew. She's the captain of the Laughing Cat, the Laughing Cat, which is one of the most loyal of all the pirate fleets to the Queen, Alexa. So I wanted to do something, concerning her and also Jason and Tyria, because those two characters hold a special place in my heart. Those who don't know, a little bit of history is that those two are probably the oldest. How long ago did you start doing your first characters that are related to Wild Space Saga now, Terry?
The ones I brought over from my own dead works?
Yeah.
We're talking probably 98.
Okay, yeah, so mine are actually older. Tyria and Jason are probably two of my oldest characters that I first started writing stories about. which was a story I wrote called The Space Cowboy. And the main character was Jason Moore. Tyria was his girlfriend. Tyria was originally just an alien with pointy ears. I was very Star Trekky at the time, and so I brought them over from just a dead world that I just kind of wrote on a flight of fancy when I was in middle school. So that was like late 80s, early 90s. So and
Maria is my oldest character. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. And I drew her while I was bored doing night classes for my maths college.
Yeah.
Which was probably 99 2000, so not 98, no, but
for Jason and Tyria it was what you call, oh, hang on a second, I didn't realize
I had other characters I'd come up with sort of through my teenage years at school, and they always had the black and white streaked hair, which is the feature of tanks, and the artificial human thing was very much a thing that I had brought through, but none of those characters really survived me moving on, the original ones, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And then Maria was the first sort of proper character I ever came up with for something, and then built from there.
Well, for me, it was like I said. I was in middle school when I came up with Jason and Tyria, and that was 89 to 90, which was when I first entered 6th grade. It was 1989. So was it 89? Let me see. Hold on.
How old are you again?
I'm sorry, 88 to 89. That was when I was in 6th grade. So late 80s to early 90s.
Yeah, because you're a few years older than me, aren't you? So.
The
cup started to warm up in my hand and turn silver where my hand was. See, I've got a colour changing cup. Sorry, from Burger King. It's a Mandalorian and Grogu cup, and it changes.
I thought you went to go and watch the movie or something.
No. We happened to go in there for lunch today, and we decided to try out the tie-in meal with its pickle relish on the old Whopper, and you got this colour changing cup with it, and so I thought that's quite good for streaming with. And It's just the fact that now I've drunk half of it, it's changing colour where my hand was, so I had to show it off.
Okay.
But that was it. It's like, oh, look, it's working.
All right. So, as I was saying, I'm
allowed to be excited about my cup, okay?
Hey, it's cool. No, I wasn't saying that to say that I was tired of hearing what you say. I was just saying as I was saying.
Stop derailing me. Yeah, I know.
Not. Anyway, so as I was saying, so those characters are my oldest characters. That's why they're a special place in my heart. Because they're two of my oldest characters I wrote, and I just kind of pulled them out of the grave and refashioned them and put them into Wild Space Saga. And to really be fair, and that was one of the things that kind of surprised me the most when I started drawing them again, is that I didn't need to change them much at all. Jason looks almost exactly the same way he had when I first started drawing him, just with more human proportion.
Manky old coat, hockey mask, machete.
What?
Jason.
What about him?
Manky old coat, hockey mask, machete.
Oh, anyway. And then Tyria didn't change much at all. Same blue hair, pointy ears, I just gave her that mold, and I just realized that and
I can tell you designed that as a teenager.
Even in my original drawings of her, she was very
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can tell you were in your teens when you designed her.
I just made her. I just made her a little bit different.
Brandon drew the boobies. Ooh.
I just made her a little bit different in that when I originally drew her, she looked like she was wearing something that was a cross between a Western style, an old West style dress and a leotard. Don't ask. So I did change her a little bit. And also made her a bit tougher instead of a femme fatale like she was in my original drawings. My original drawings, I was drawing a lot of characters from video games at the time, and I just kind of played around with that character.
Yeah, it's quite clear that you were coming up with something from video games. I mean, it looks exactly like that.
If memory serves, I actually remember the video game that I was drawing a lot of when I first drew them. It was Clash of Demon Head, old NES game. Go look at some of the character designs from that. You can see a little bit of that influence in my artwork. And if you look at some of my old artwork, and I promise you, man, one of these days I'm going to share some of my artwork with you, my old stuff, because I still got them in the other room.
My old stuff doesn't exist anymore.
What?
My old stuff doesn't exist anymore. Not stuff that old.
Oh, I got a lot of old stuff. I got old stuff that dates back to when I first started high school.
I've got the schoolwork for my exams and my coursework. I don't have the designs for those characters I did in the mid-90s that then led to, the tanks of Maria, Miranda, all of that. They came because there was a character actually I designed originally was autistic, who eventually became Miranda, but wasn't initially named Miranda, was a completely different thing. I had a much more cynical sort of view where people could own them and treat them as pets.
Oh,
even though they're human beings. Oh, my universe, my original sci-fi thing, the abandoned works they were in, was a much more horrible place than what we have in Wildspace. Wildspace actually has hope. It's not perfect, but people can live a fairly normal life in it. Even Imperial citizens, Alliance citizens, pirates, everyone can actually make a life. And mine was, well, if you'd got, it's the usual, the haves and the have-nots is what I'd created. And, well, because tanks were soldiers, and then kind of outlive your usefulness, rich people would buy them up.
I'm sorry. When you said that they could be pets, my brain went to Tiny Toon Adventures, and you first meet Elmira, and you hear that person in their house. I am not an animal. I am a human being.
Yeah. Hey, it's the man with no neck. Hey, Niall.
Hello.
Yes, Niall is one of my close friends.
Oh, hello.
Good to see.
So
yes.
now you
Rich people would do that, exactly. Yeah, and he has his own theme tune. That's what I just sung.
you finally see the face of the man he's probably been dissing behind his back.
Oh no, I dissed him to his face. That's why we get on so well.
Oh man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you think I'm cynical now? I was much worse when I first started sort of writing and drawing characters. I had a much more cynical universe.
Yeah. I can imagine. But no, the tanks were a stroke of genius, though, dude. I mean, they really do make the story. So,
well, like I said, I kind of moved on to it and made it more nuanced in that RoboCop style, where RoboCop is treated as a product instead of a person still, because he still has a human brain and a human mind and what's left of his face,
Yeah. Fortunately, he has his entire face. It's just, let me see here. Just trying to check and see. I did send Michael another invite, and but I hadn't heard back from him. So
that's all right. Well, you can talk enough for all of us. So
yeah, I'm just making sure. I was hoping to talk with him about something, but it's okay. We don't have to. It's cool. Yeah. The tanks. Yeah, I definitely agree now that those are really cool.
As you can tell, yes, Niall very much likes the Wreckers. I do my Paddy Mayne impressions quite regularly when I'm around here talking to him about it. Usually whilst we're on Space Marine 2 over the mic, so there's a lot of people think that Niall is Northern Irish because I just yell things in that accent over through the mic.
That only Irish that if I try to speak an Irish accent, I end up talking like what's that dude's name? Jacksepticeye.
Well, like the most American attempts at accents, yeah.
There's also this one really funny guy who I follow on Facebook. His last name is Kelly. I forget his first name, but it's always his little skits with him and his parents. Always shooting the dozens with each other in the background. You know, yeah, so I used to live in a dream till I married your mother. God, don't carry. That's all you're. The boys usually in the front, in the foreground, commenting on his parents, always messing with each other.
No, so sometimes I go over some of the ideas with Niall, and I was telling him about the chapter I wrote for book 4 with Izumi, the Reaper.
I talk to other people about my ideas, and they seem to love them. Then I talk to you about them, and you always say no.
Yeah, I know, because I don't like them. But yeah.
and it's not because I have friends who are furries, because I really don't. Actually, I only have one who is a furry, but I hadn't really spoken to him in a very long time. So, and it doesn't always have to do with that.
I was just looking at your thumbnail, Niall. Is that your best Kit Boga impression? I mean, I don't even know if he's still watching, to be fair, but I thought I'd ask him because it's the big set of aviators, and if you ever watch the Scambaiter, Kit Boga, he's famous for wearing his pair of dark sunglasses.
Oh yeah, I know about Kit Boga. I've watched him.
Of course,
he's really fun. He's really fun because he especially like it's both him and Scammer Payback. Those two are so much alike that I often get them confused. I think Scammer Payback's operation's a little bit more complicated now because he's got like a massive team and whatnot behind him, and they do some really elaborate pranks.
We actually sit and watch him. Me and Niall will sit and watch.
I mean, I love them. Yeah. I love when he does the maze because like he has that thing where he just set up a whole bunch of
my coin.
Go to the next so you got to do. They always give them these impossible tasks to do in each step.
So your current wait time is 3 hours. Would you like to beat your record?
And they will stay on for 3 hours. I'm like, these guys are idiots. They're that greedy. Jeez.
Yeah. Or I don't know. We have award-winning service. Perhaps it's a skill issue.
I love my coin. Yeah. What's that?
No, my coin is his gauntlet thing that you're talking about. It's called My Coin. It's their fake.
My Coin. Yeah, the fake currency thing.
Yeah, it's just like the say when he plays Kelly and he's going, perhaps it's a skill issue. Or the one here. Your current record is 3 hours. Are you looking to beat that today?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's freaking hilarious. Oh man. By the way, wait. Okay, you said you didn't see the Mandalorian Grogu, at least not yet.
No, I haven't seen it yet. Like I said, we just happened to go into Burger King's and like, oh look, they've got these color changing tie-in cups. Let's get them.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't got any cold drink left, so now you can't see the color change now. It turns green.
I haven't seen it, but I really have no real interest in watching it. Though people say it's actually not bad, but it's kind of boring. But what I did see yesterday is the
important thing, Niall, is I have a color changing cup. Niall, Brandon. Did I call you Niall? I'm sorry. I'm used to being around seeing Niall and then calling him that because I talk to him a lot. So now you've become Niall. I apologize. You've got a neck.
Okay, extra long, Phil. Yeah, people have described it as that. Is that it just feels like a really long episode of the show. So
yeah, it had the green sauce in it. It was pickle flavor. It was nice. I actually liked it.
Whereas I haven't watched the Mandalorian Grogu, I really don't have much of an interest in seeing it. I might watch it later on.
I haven't seen any of it, so I wouldn't know where to start.
Oh, well, you never watched
it. I got a color changing cup. I actually don't care about anything else. I have an amazing metal color changing cup.
Okay, we know you have a cup.
It turns green when it goes cold. I love it.
So, but what I was trying to get to is that what I have seen.
You'll never get there though, because
what I have seen is Spider Noir, the first episode of it. Now, has that come out in the UK yet?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. I just haven't watched it.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you get a chance to go ahead and check it out, it's actually really good. And for us, it comes on like Amazon Prime. You get there's a thing where you can toggle between watching it in color and watching it in black and white. I've just chosen to watch it in black and white because it's more atmospheric, and it does make it feel like something you were watching on AMC. And so, but it's really cool. Nicolas Cage just does a really amazing job as I forget the guy's name that he the guy he plays. His name isn't Peter Parker. It's another name, but he plays that hard-boiled detective, that Sam Spade-esque type character. Went through like certain personal tragedy, lost the woman he loves as he was once the superhero, the Spider, and then lost the woman he loves because of him being the superhero, and so he decided to retire from being the superhero and just became a private detective, and one of those down on their luck private detectives that never seems to get any money because he's either spending it too much or just he's too nice or doesn't seem to care about money all that much. And so the secretary he works with is always telling him, we need the money. He doesn't even have a phone because he can't afford to pay the phone company. He runs a detective agency. So, but fortunately, all his clients care enough to actually go and visit him. And this is all like in the 1930s Depression era New York, and and you have the sexy femme fatale that gives him the call. It's really pretty cool. And then they weave in the different villains from Spider-Man into the story. In the first episode, they've shown, I guess that's supposed to be Pyro, and though I don't want to spoil anything for you on that one. And then they also have the Sandman, and the way they put him in there is actually pretty freaking cool. I like how he gets in a fight up on the rooftop, and this dude hangs him like from the edge of the rooftop, like on top of a skyscraper, and he just kind of like, yeah, I'm not. He's just completely nonchalant, and he's like, you tell me he wants him to give up something, so you do it, I'll drop you. It's like, I probably could, but you know what? I'm not all that scared of heights. So it's really pretty cool. And I can see you gurning, and when I get all focused and stuff like that, I don't even see it. So
Yeah, I know. I've been sitting going for ages.
Wanted to watch, but waiting to get the black and white working. They're not showing it in the UK with the
they give you the option now. They give you the option of color or black and white now.
Yeah, because like if I think y'all have Amazon Prime in the UK, right?
No, Brandon, that's not literally what I just said a few minutes ago.
No, I'm asking that because Amazon Prime gives you the option to watch it in either color or black and white.
Yeah, but Niles Titan I don't think he has Prime.
Okay, because
I don't actually know if he does.
Oh well, the reason why I'm asking is, like I said, because Amazon Prime, when you bring it up on the thing, it has a thing when you choose to watch it, it'll ask if you want to watch it in color or black.
I know this. Oh, you do? Yeah, there should be the option there now. Then no.
Yeah, it should give you the option
because it was earlier, but then Amy didn't want to watch it, so we didn't put it on.
Yeah, it's both available in both from the get go, and I think for some TVs,
get all contentious. We watched Ghost in the Shell instead.
Oh, I can't wait for the new Ghost in the Shell series to come out. It's coming out in July, so I don't have that much longer to wait. Just another month.
Yeah, I think the Hollywood one just gets a lot of unnecessary hate.
Oh God, yes, I love that. Well, that was the thing. Is like in the States, people were whining because of who was chosen to play Scarlett.
The 90s anime, I think Brandon's referring to now when he said the original.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, the reason why I called it the original is because not the Mamoru Oshii movie. I'm talking about when I'm referring to original. I'm thinking, I'm sorry, the original comic, because the art style.
The
art style of the. Man, I got so much stuff in my lungs. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, the art style of the new.
You just need like new organs. It was your heart last week. It's your lungs this week.
No, it's every time. Yeah. You probably do need some new organs.
I mean, they literally took his heart out last week, had a look at it, stuffed it back in, and said, "Go home."
They didn't take my heart out, thank God. They did run something through this wrist. It still has that scar, and it still aches a little bit.
The Mechanicus saying, "Flesh is weak."
I'm thinking of the robot ambassador from the Matrix, the Animatrix. Surrender your flesh, and a glorious new world awaits you.
I don't remember that, but yeah.
You don't remember the Animatrix where they talked about the war between the humans and the
Yeah, I
machines?
just don't remember that.
Well, at the very end, they had the humans surrendered, and they were all, they were at the nation's capital. So I think the only building left standing was left of Washington D.C. and they had the ambassador said, "Your flesh is a relic, a mere vessel. Surrender your flesh, and a beautiful new world awaits you." And then, when they finally signed the surrender accords, it was just a living nuke, and it just blew up the rest of the city.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I'll just refer you to my name here as to why I'm a bit slow on the uptake.
I guess your house doesn't have central cooling?
No, Brandon, we live in Britain. We
I
don't have central cooling. We have central heating because normally it's cold.
Well, dude, I mean, I live in Louisiana. Every house in this state, at least, has central cooling because
you know why that is? Because Louisiana is hot most of the time.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah. We're cold most of the time, so we have central heating.
The wintertime down here, it gets damn cold, okay?
We don't necessarily have like the extreme cold. It's just always that shit cold that's cold enough to basically piss you off.
Yeah, I get
but
you.
Not quite warm enough to be comfortable. So then once it gets comfortable, we go, great, this is lovely. And then it goes, poof, hot. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. For Louisiana, it's like that. Like, okay, we don't have normal seasons here. We have summer and we have winter. Spring and fall last maybe about a week or two before it just gets hot or just gets cold.
I think you guys called it fall because you can't pronounce autumn in an American accent.
Ha ha ha. No, we just don't have autumn down here.
Oh, look! Did you like his attempt at the voice there? Go on, no, say it in your accent. I want to hear it in your voice.
What, autumn?
No, see, look, you put a D in it.
I did. I said
autumn. You see, yeah, but there's no D in it. Only Americans put D's instead of T's.
Yeah, because we tend to slur over consonants all the time. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that for Louisiana, it's like in the summertime, it gets damn hot. It's usually the humidity because without the humidity, it wouldn't probably feel quite as hot.
But because we have this shitty cold is why we have designed our houses to stay warm.
Oh, no, but like people who move down here from up north in the States will, in the wintertime, they actually are shocked at how cold it gets. They were like, I didn't realize it got this cold. And we're like, it's not as cold as you think. It's just the humidity that makes it feel a lot colder. So the cold gets into your bones. Okay, question about our universe. How is the dating system done? Is it like ours? Okay, Terry's the one who kind of revamped the dating system. So you go ahead and answer that one, my dude.
Well, yeah, they still use the Gregorian calendar because that would have been what the Arcs used. So
yeah, but I think I think he's also
the difference I use. The difference I use is the years. So it's been about 5,000 years, but it's only been almost 3,000 years since the colonies were established. So they count the year based on from year zero is from when they first made the initial contact with the three colonies.
Yeah, in my comic, the short comic I did, I'm working on right now. It's called what you call New Recruits. Give me a second. I got to go back to the first page of it right quick because I have a date on there. And I don't remember right off the top of my head.
Yeah, I was going to tell you whether you're wrong or not.
Anyway, so what I have is like, okay, they have found a derelict ship, and they know that the ship dates back to 2522. But in universe, it's close to 2722 because it's been 200 years since the Imperium Wars. But this isn't 2722 AD. This is more like 52722 AD for us. So there you go. So
well, it's 5,000 years from now, so it'd be if you're counting it based on AD, it would be effectively 7,000. Yeah, so or 2026, 726. I usually set
Sorry,
it in
yeah,
around the
72.
2890s based on our what I call FC, so first contact.
Yeah, 72, 722. That's what it would be for
Yeah.
their calendar. So that would be sort of like how it would date compared to ours. So there you go.
But yeah, the only reason they have the Gregorian dates is because that was the dating system on the arcs, because they based it on Earth.
Right. And well, originally I just wanted the stories just to be about 700 years in the future, but Terry was like, well, that doesn't seem like enough time for things to get to that level, and then even before the Imperium Wars. So you rethought the calendar, and I was like, okay.
To be honest, it's despite its ridiculousness on ship scale and things like that, it's why in a way 40k works to have a galactic empire, because in the space of 40,000 years you could see that happening in that amount of time.
With currency, I don't really talk too much about it. I just call it credits, but I don't really make like exchange rates or anything like that.
Don't worry, I thought of that. I just never discussed it with him.
I mean, because there are some factions that conflict between the Alliance and the Empire, and the Alliance doesn't exactly trade with the Empire. Pirates will, for those who are willing to do it, and usually they'll only go to Zhao to do that, because pirates in the Empire, they have orders to shoot pirates on sight, whereas for the Alliance, they're basically privateers.
Yeah. It's a case of I always see it as the border worlds, the poorer worlds, where you're far from a lot of support and a lot of the major, transfer systems. Then you'll probably do sort of payment in kind. People will barter, people will trade services, information. Information is probably, I always think, is quite a powerful one, because people will always be looking for data about old Earth.
Yep.
And things like that, because some arcs obviously were more intact than others when they landed. Some have had full records, some had partial records. No one had a full complete database, so anyone can get some really good information about the past. It's worth a lot of money.
Yep. And how do guys and gals get paid? I'd like to think that for like corporate entities or people who run with corporate entities, more solid, like paid strictly in credits, kind of like how Paige and their Shadowstar crew are paid. Pirates can be a bit more flexible. You can pay; they may barter if you have something that they really see as valuable. Yeah, they may get paid in weapons. Some of them. Or even gold or other precious materials.
If you've got something to trade for their time.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I kind of say it. Yeah, definitely. For more established businesses, it's going to be more of a liquid currency rather than bartering, whereas
something that's not easily traceable. Yes. Cash still exists in a way because of that. Because of that, people want untraceable methods. So again, it's usually the border worlds that will actually have actual coin to trade.
In answer to that question, Niall, the answer is yes. Yes.
I tend to see them as a bit more, but that's because Brandon loves his pirates. And the king wants them to be more, so they get respected and taken a bit more legitimately. Yeah. But pirates, they're kind of if you enter our territory, you're fair game.
Pirates made their fortune they became more of a prominent thing, not so much a prominent thing, but they made more legit after the Imperium Wars, because there was just so much to plunder. After the Imperium Wars, the pirate worlds got obscenely rich, and so yeah, they now have a lot of power, even though only pirates know where their homeworld, their two homeworlds are. I did a couple of things, a map of the pirate system though, but I never tell anyone where it is. Only Terry and I know. Merchant kings by default, something like that. Yeah, they're a little bit of that, a little bit of privateers, a little bit of roaming thieves as well. Though they usually do it under like certain types of orders, but you do have raiders, unfortunately, who are different from pirates, so they are technically pirates. They're ones who used to be loyal to Montera, who was the usurper king, and when he was overthrown by Reed and Alexa, and Reed gained his rightful place on the throne. The Montera's followers were scattered, and so now they just become a thorn in the actual legit pirate government side, as well as other worlds.
It's the way I see that Erid is trying to make them a bit more legitimate, so they get taken a bit more seriously, like by the likes of the Alliance, who, will trade with you, but we're the kind of people who will use you because then, if anything goes wrong, we can hang you out to dry. Or is the Imperium just like, no? No, you're not good. You're not good for business. You're not good for our system. So,
matter of fact, the Imperium has been actively trying to find their home worlds, so they could nuke them out of existence. But thus far, no luck. And the only pirate ships have in their navigational computers, they have the coordinates for the home world, but they are so well encrypted that you even try, if you do not have the proper codes and whatnot, if you even try to touch them, it just gets erased from the data banks immediately. So they try to, even their best hackers and even AIs can't even touch the things. So the second you're trying to f around with that particular type of data, it's erased.
And do you know who came up with that for them?
Any kind of enforcement that isn't a pirate is there any kind of law enforcement that isn't pirate as a sideline? They do have police presence on the different colonies and orbital habitats. Our second book focuses on Tefanavar, which is an orbital colony, and they have a police force. Two of their members are actually related to Xerx, who's one of the main characters for Wild Space Saga. They're actually the children of his cousin Isabar, and Isabar married a Felian, and they live on Rahara, which is a Felian homeworld, and they have like a huge family. But
see, the traditions of the South are still alive in space, isn't it? Marrying cousins.
No,
I'm joking. Don't worry.
like no, Kala is a Felian.
My mother's my sister. Yeah.
Yeah, Imperial rage increases. Yeah, they don't like pirates. And so pirates tend to, if they can help it, they tend to not go into Imperial territory unless they have to, or unless they're doing something. They'll usually keep it on the down low. Like Zhao is a world where pretty much
because it's right on the border.
The Imperium doesn't exist. Well, it does, but it doesn't, because the Imperium's just they can't keep it under. It's formally under Imperial rule on paper, but it's really ruled by the different criminal organizations. It's like in Star Wars, a world that's governed by the Hutts. It was part of the empire.
Basically, Yakuza districts. In Japan.
You have the Yakuza, you have the triads.
They're self-policing pretty much.
Yeah, you have mafia and all that kind of stuff, and their interests run that planet. At least the Ecumenopolis areas of the planet, and so the Imperium is there in name only, unless you do something that really is becoming a thorn in the criminal organization side. They'll, you're usually just going to deal with them. But if you're doing something bigger than that, they'll go to the Imperium and say, "Hey, can you handle this?" Okay.
Or if they're getting a bit too uppity, occasionally the Imperium will send the enforcer just to remind them who's in charge.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually a pain in their behinds because the criminal organizations know that planet better than any of the Imperium agents do, and they can just scurry down in lower levels like rats. Let's see. So with things like the Felians, do they have one home world? Or world star? Do they have multiple worlds and colonies? Felians are interesting. They called it an empire, but it really only deals with their home system. Their home system has many worlds that they've colonized and also a lot of orbital colonies. They haven't really ventured that far outside of it, but there is a certain area of space that they do claim because the second Imperium actually tried to make an incursion on their space, and well, Felians made them realize that they made a huge mistake because their technology is so much more advanced than even theirs. But yeah, the Felians they tend to just, as their empire goes, it's just their home system. They still have itinerant traders that go out into the Alliance and even Imperium territories and trade with them. And so you have a lot of roaming bands of Felian traders. Many of them actually interweave themselves with bands of space hippies. And so yeah, that's the reason why, even though their empire is just in that corner of the known universe, you see them everywhere. There's also a reason for that, because they are also very, very friendly, if you know what I mean, and so they will sow their wild oats with humans.
Because they're furries.
No, it's not because they're furries.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So and yeah, they are actually a major power, even though, like I said, they're only kind of their central power is only in that particular area of known space. If they were to come out of their area of known space, become sort of like a military force, yeah, they would be a force to be reckoned with. So if I was in the Alliance as little Billy with big dreams, how do I succeed and get my own ship? Get a job, save your money, get a ship.
That is this is Niall's plan for life in general. So he just wants to know how he can take over our universe, like he wants to take over the current one.
Yeah, but no, seriously, the Alliance is not too different from, I would say, the U.S. in how they are, in their government structure, how they manage things. Some things they manage badly, and other things.
I was about to say that. Yeah. What badly?
Hey, dude, you're not going to insult me. I know how it comes into work, and that one doesn't work sometimes.
Well, look who you've got in charge. Anyway, don't start, Terry. Don't start. Yeah.
Anyway,
don't start that.
Please, you don't want to bring in those types of people into this. Into these chats.
No.
So
I'm just annoyed my petrol costs have gone up.
Yeah. They've gone up down here too, as I've said. So, but all that aside, I'm just saying is that the Alliance is very similar to. I kind of envision it how similar to how the U.S. is. What is a normal person's life then? Same as ours or worse? Yeah, I mean, depends on where you are in the Alliance. Some worlds are really nice to live on, almost paradise.
If you're taking an average, I'd say about the same. Just they've got spaceships.
Yeah, well, I mean, and like I said, it's different. It's cool different for different worlds. Like Haven is one of the nicer worlds to live on, even though it's like one of those places where a person would say that it's a little boring because nothing ever happens outside of occasional criminal elements coming in, and that's where they have like bounty hunters there. Then you have worlds like Zinj, which there's a saying in the Alliance territories: nobody moves to Zinj on purpose. It is
because it's an irradiated dump.
Yeah, the place. Now the cities are nice if you're you're in the cities, but
if you also get to live in a dome underground, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the only place you can live. But they unfortunately, that's the only other planet where slavery is still legal, because they use convicted prisoners to work in the surface and to tear down to scrap the remnants of the old cities. The planet was bombed almost into
Northampton.
Yeah, and so and it's also a highly controlled environment because you actually have to have a license in order to have children and all this kind of stuff.
Actually, no. Well, you mentioned Grimsby. It's a town in the UK, and it's a bit of a dump. But then so is the town I'm from, which is Northampton.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, you were always talking about your hometown being a dump.
I was in Northampton Friday actually when I picked up my partner Amy, and we went into Nando's for lunch. And claim to fame, 6 of the Saints players are in there.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, your Saints, not mine. Sorry.
Yeah, my Saints, not your Saints. Six of them. Yeah, I spotted one of them. It's like, that's Manny Yogan. And then I realised, once I know who that was, I realised that then the other five must be, because they were all huge. I mean, I'm not a small bloke, but they made me look small. You know, because they're huge without the pads on. That's the thing with rugby players. Remember, they don't wear the football pads, so they're huge blokes despite that.
Yeah, I mean, American football players the same way as well. Oh, but so yeah, back to what I was just saying is that it depends on where you are in the alliance. Some worlds are really nice.
If you're looking at the average, though, it's kind of. If you get off world in your lifetime, you'll probably be lucky. Otherwise, you'll live your life, do your stuff.
Now the weapons, are they like ours but bigger? Bigger and deadlier. Well, maybe not every weapon bigger. I mean, like standard hand weapons are going to be about the same size, though they can do a lot more damage because of the way that the propulsion system works. Instead of it being stuff like what's called gunpowder and a cap, like we use, they use a miniaturized particle, well, not particle accelerator, but magnetic linear accelerator. Basically, miniaturized rail guns. Mm-hmm. They could punch through a ship's hull if you have it powerful enough.
Well, yeah, and that's why you also get a lot more ammo, because you can just use a ball bearing.
Yeah, the ammo for they're called the technical term is magnetic accelerators.
Well, no, MAG, mag weapons, magnetic acceleration gun. That's literally what that's literally what I made the acronym MAG for.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you just jumped over me when I was explaining.
Yeah, no, that's fine, because I'd like to get a word in occasionally, Brandon. Okay, I'm doing it this week. I'm having confidence and cutting you off. And
Okay.
Just because you didn't want to play the theme tune, because that's what I'd take the piss out of you for. The theme tune.
Oh yes, yeah. That's what he does, man. He takes the piss. he always does.
Oh no, Noel knows.
All right, but yeah, they're very powerful weapons. I mean, you have weapons on starships and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, these things could. Yeah. Some starship weapons could sink an aircraft carrier, so with no trouble at all. In one shot it, I mean.
And then of course the Wraith is designed to literally just ram other ships.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's literally designed with the massive spine. It's like the one in Rogue One that pushes the other Star Destroyer into the other. Except bigger and designed to literally cut the ship itself rather than just shove one.
Yeah, those things are fun.
I mean, that's Wraith. That's the Wraith anyway.
By the way,
otherwise, yeah.
And by the way, now thank you so much for asking these questions. I mean, you have usually another one that's usually with us, and he probably has to work or something like that, or maybe he's here and he's just kind of just chilling, listening to us, and that's cool. And all, I'm just saying.
Or they found him last week after the incident, so and they have got to him.
So food, we're talking fresh and weird alien or paste that tastes like chicken. It can be
those noodles exist. Because I told him about Snow.
It runs that entire gamut. Some ships will, because for sake of convenience, has those types of like protein pastes and whatnot that can be reconstituted into food shapes and tastes and flavors. That they'll have on the ships for the sake of convenience. And some ships will actually even just, but some captains and whatnot will stock also actually real food, fresh food, that kind of stuff. But
Star crew does.
Yeah, I mean, I like how kind of like if you ever watched Firefly, where Mal is talking about what they got in the kitchen, they'll say protein in every flavor of the rainbow. So yeah, but we like to say that the technology to make that kind of stuff doesn't make it nasty. It actually does taste very good, and it's you can.
Okay, I suppose it depends on your budget. I mean, if you're running a low budget operation, you probably can't afford the nice protein sequencer.
Yeah,
so you get the one that just gives you porridge all the time.
Yeah, that too. I mean, yeah, it also depends on
or it looks like porridge. Does it taste like porridge? That's the fun.
I like to see it as like them putting their food through something like a 3D printer and whatnot. So, but how good a 3D printer you have depends on what you can afford.
It tastes like burning. Yeah.
It tastes like burning. That's that you just described what I have in the fridge when I chopped up and canned some habaneros yesterday. I just tasted the vinegar part and my mouth was like, holy moly, what you do to me? I'm in hell.
And then he sends it to me.
Oh no, that's stuff that at the chow chow.
I know, I'm just joking. But yeah, that stuff never lasts long, you know. I mean, you send that to me. I mean, and it probably takes less time to eat it than it does to get here.
And so now I know what to send you again for Christmas. All right. So, but yeah, it does vary. I mean, and I also have different types of things that they've been able to learn to eat on other planets and whatnot. See, what about holidays? Does Christmas and Easter still exist? Actually, yes, because there are still Christians. There are different religions, Buddhists, Hindus, that kind of stuff.
Again, it depends on the different arcs had very different sort of cultures on each of them because they were huge.
There's one planet called Beauvoir 3, which is actually considered a haven for all the different religions because the planet has like almost all islands, but it's almost like the land is distributed almost evenly between land and water, and so every island is like a mini continent, and it like has different religious sects that have claimed those different islands, and and they do. This is like one of the few places where they've learned to basically work peacefully with each other because they just
that one Bolshe island, that everybody hates and he thinks they're better than everyone else. Yeah.
Okay. Well. Yeah, Niall, thank you very much for your questions, man. It really was appreciated. Made time go by really fast. And so, we're kind of up on time now because we usually tend to do this thing for about an hour. So, if you ever want to come back, hey, you're more than welcome to, and you ask as many questions as you like. And so,
I mean, to consider it, I know he's had a busy day. I was impressed to see him here. So,
yeah. Yeah, and so like I said, come back anytime, asking any questions that you like. We'd love to hear it.
I do just want to finish off the last of his question, though. Yes, they have their own individual founding days.
Oh,
you'll also celebrate, their own colonies, but also the Alliance. Yeah, will have its own things like the founding of the Alliance and things like that. The Imperium has its own one for obviously Imperium in Perpetuum, as it lasts forever. That's the other thing. And then the pirate worlds obviously celebrate their liberation days from Montero and his men. And they have their songs for that, which I have put on the channel.
Yep. Reminder to everyone, check out his Instagram. It has some really cool music. Hey, we even post it on our YouTube channel here. Please subscribe.
I get Niall to listen to them sometimes when you're being a pain. And not listening to them, so I get Niall too.
I'm sorry, I do listen to you stuff though. I do. It's good. It always is. So
I send you more than one for a reason. Listen to both.
Yeah, and so once again,
I like publicly chastising him. It's fun.
It's okay. Check out our channel, everybody. Terry posts some really amazing music here. I even do live streams of me doing artwork, and we have one more live stream of a read aloud, and that is going to be from our newly released book, Twisted Faith. Probably going to do it either today or tomorrow, and so just keep an eye out on any announcements. You can keep an eye out for those announcements here on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, or you can check us out on our X channel or our Instagram channel. I have all the links down in the doobly-doo. And so I think that about wraps it up for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you watched it after the fact, thank you very much for watching us after the fact. We ask that you subscribe, comment, rate, subscribe. If you comment, we really do appreciate comments and feedback. If you just all we ask is that you keep it civil. And once again, thank you to Niall for all his input and questions. It gives us a great amount to talk about. If you want to come down here and participate in the chat, ask us questions, hey, please do. It means the world to us. And so until next time, everyone, thank you very much for watching. And this is Brandon Hill speaking with Terrence Pegasus. We are the authors of Wild Space Saga, and we hope you will join us again next time on the Northwest Passage. So until next time, stay lucky and stay blessed. Take care.